All right, today we're going to be reviewing because we have a test tomorrow. This problem is asking us to find the product or the quotient. I am multiplying a negative times a negative, so my answer has to be a positive, okay? Can I cross-reduce anything here? Yes. The 2 and 4 become a 1 and a 2. And then all you do is you multiply across the numerator. 3 times 1 is? 3. 2 times 5 is? 10. Do I need to keep that positive there? No, you don't. So the correct answer is? 3/10. For this one, find the product or quotient. Guys, it's a positive divided by a negative. Our answer has to be? Negative, and the answer is? -4. Remember to count those negative signs. For this problem, it asks us to simplify the expression. When we do that, we will always start with underlining like terms and circling the like terms. I've got 2/5 x minus 1/10 x. Do I need a common denominator?
Yes.
What is it? 10. So what should my 2/5 turn into? 4/10. Class, what's 4/10 minus 1/10?
3/10.
Okay, this is what a lot of people did. 3/10, and then they looked at their constants, and they knew they had a +2 and a -5. What's +2 and -5? -3. And then they boxed in their answer. What is wrong with this?
No variables.
You have to put the variable. The 3/10 was in the x family, so always make sure that you show me that it's in the x family. My instructions have asked us to identify the variable terms. Guys, what's a variable term? A term with a variable in it, okay? If you look at this, even if you were to underline and circle, which a lot of people did, which ones of those are my variable terms? -2x and 3x. All we were doing was identifying, not solving. This one is now asking us to identify the constants. Guys, what is a constant? A number that stands alone. Once again, if I look at these are my variable terms. Those are my constants. So the correct answer should have been 5 and -7. This one's asking us to identify the coefficients. Tell me, what is a coefficient? The number part of a variable term. So if I'm looking at this, I can see those are my variables. I don't want to know the variable. I only want to know the number part. So what would that be?
-2 and +3.
-2 and +3. For this one, we are finding the sum. Remember, you're not allowed to circle and underline whenever you have parentheses. Do I need the parentheses on the first one? No, I do not. So I'm going to drop it down to be 5x plus 7. Do I need the parentheses on the second one? No. Remember, if there's a plus sign on the outside, you're allowed to just drop everything down and get rid of the parentheses. We do not like having double signs, though. Who always wins? Okay, when there's a plus and a minus side by side, the negative always wins. Now, I'm just going to circle and underline my like terms. Guys, what's 5x minus 2x? 3x. And what is 7 minus 4? And remember, you always have to have some kind of a plus or minus in between the terms. What is it? It is a +3. So the correct answer is 3x plus 3. Okay, guys, for the first one, do I need my parentheses?
No.
No, I do not. -2y plus 9. For the second one, do I need the parentheses? No, because it's a what on the outside? A positive. Guys, don't erase your boards yet. We've got a plus and a minus side by side. Who wins? Okay, negative. So I can erase this and just get rid of that plus sign. I am underlining the like terms and circling the like terms. This is where a lot of people messed up. Guys, same sign or different sign? Same sign for the y family. Add the numbers, keep the sign. What do you get? You have to keep the negative. A lot of people just said 5y. And then 9 plus 1 is? 10. +10. Okay, for the first one, we're finding the differences. We do not need the parentheses on the first one. The second one is a little bit tougher because what is outside my parentheses? A negative. We've decided we don't like the negative, so I allow you to change that to a positive. But what has to happen to every other term inside? It changes to the opposite. So instead of +9x, it becomes -9x. Instead of +8, it becomes and negative 8. How many of you would say you did that at least? Okay, once again, we have here double signs. We don't like to have double signs, so instead we're going to get rid of the plus because the minus always wins. Now you can circle and underline negative 3x, negative 9x. Same sign, add the numbers, keep the sign. A lot of you forgot. It should be negative 12x. Now I have a positive 4 and a negative 8. What's the answer? Negative 4, because you take the sign of the larger number when you are adding and subtracting. For this problem, it's similar to the last one. We don't need the parentheses on the first one. Don't erase your boards yet. I want you guys to look to see if you got it correct or not. The minus. We don't like minuses, right, guys? So we change it to a positive. But the only way that you're allowed to do that is if you change everything else on the inside to a negative. So what does the positive 3 become? Negative 3. That's where most people made their mistake. Now we know I don't want a plus and minus right next to each other. When I add a negative, that simply means to subtract it. So I can get rid of that. Now I am circling and underlining my like terms. I think everybody got the 1 point. What is 2.5 minus 1.4? Now here's the deal. A lot of people put 1.1, but they forgot to put what family it was in. What family is that?
Y.
The y family. You got to keep that variable there. What's negative 7 minus 3?
Negative.
Same sign, add and keep. Add the numbers, keep the sign. This has asked us to simplify the expression using distributive property. How do you show work on distributive property? Okay, the number that's on the outside has to be multiplied by everything on the inside. What is 4 times 3? M. 12m. Now, if you remember, there is an understood 1 right here. So what is 4 times negative 1n? Negative 4. A lot of people forget to put the variable on that n. Always look to see what you're multiplying together. Once again, we're using distributive property. The number outside the parentheses gets multiplied by everything inside the parentheses. Should it get multiplied by the numbers outside the parentheses? No, it should not. So looking at this first one, 3 times 5m is 15m. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then what should I do to the plus 6? Bring it down. This is what a lot of people did. And they thought they were finished. Why are they not finished?
Because there's a negative 6 and positive.
You still need to combine the like terms. That's a variable term. These are constants. What happens to the plus 6 minus 6? They cancel each other out, so my final answer is 15m. All right, guys, remember, tomorrow we are having a test. It's going to be over this section, so please make sure you are studying.